Hi there. I'm real happy to be here. Real happy to be here. Yeah.
Potato, potato.
VVV.
VVVVV.
Morning. Welcome in. Ugh, headache already. What did I do? Need more water, that's what. Hello! Sorry, yawning's contagious. I shouldn't do that. Good morning. Welcome, Anakin. How you doing? Vivox. Say la vie. How are you? Mosquita, buenos dias. Hey yo. Go West! What's happening, man? Welcome in. So, yeah, we're just working on the library today. We do have a lot of assets that I still haven't uploaded, so I might do that. Let's see if Kay was able to upload the ones he worked on. But the game loaded very fast this morning, so that's exciting. Hopefully, you know, having published all those assets or whatever server status, you know, is now behind us. Do a quick save just to see. Looks like it saved pretty quick. We have 2 assets here that are unpublished. So I'll go ahead and publish those 2. Hopefully that'll improve the workflow. Just checking the workspace inventory real quick. And then we'll probably get started. Welcome in, everybody.
It is Nick Skull.
Surely half the map is gone. Well, Zombie, I am usually careful, but I have been known to make many mistakes. But everything looks like it's there. Welcome in. Nick Skull, what's happening, dude? Welcome. Is it Nick Skull? So, it does look like we have some new assets to add. Got some pin boards, some library platforms. Here's what I'm looking at. So, just to start off the day, gonna just work with some of these. Kay and I, we usually have our meetings on Tuesday, so we touch base, and now we're on the same page for a lot of things. We got some wallpapers here for like a blue screen room, so might as well just throw that together real quick. That's going to be in one of these. It'll be this one. Probably going to have to expand this room a little bit. It's already taking up a lot of space, though. Yeah, welcome in. Happy Wednesday, everybody. If you didn't know, the Pickaxe Master has Lucky Miner Wednesdays. He really likes it when we raid in, so we're going to try and stick around for that. And then tomorrow is a big day for Pickaxe Master as well. So he gave me some things to give away, specifically tomorrow. So I'm giving away some pickaxes, and we're just kind of demonstrating or showcasing the... What are we giving away? Iron, normal, and gold pickaxe. But yeah, we're showing off the Lucky Miners, I think is the name of his avatar collection. Their avatar collection. Okay, so I'm gonna work on this room real quick. See how cluttered it is. So essentially I'm gonna coat this room with these blue squares, but I want to make sure the room is large enough to kind of support it. So I might have to reorient some things. In fact, I might even make the room go underneath this.
Neat.
Because we have a lot of extra space down here that I might use for funsies. One thing that, you know, I struggle with personally is once I've made something, it's very hard to edit it. So for example, this design here, while I'm looking at it, it's like, oh, that's perfect. I don't need to change anything about it. But in reality, I think it might be more beneficial to raise it up a little bit more. Didn't mean to enter in play mode. So the player might land about right here instead. So yeah, we're just doing some casual building today. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Woke Zombie, what's up, dude? Hope your day's going well too. Maybe we'll make like a ladder or a staircase here.
Ready to work.
Hey, OG Shakespeare. Welcome in. How was your stream? Thanks for the raid, man. Welcome in, everybody. Yokes on you, what's up? Welcome. Wicked, you too. How are you? Go West with the raid. Halfd0rk, good morning, good morning. Welcome. A raid commercial. Ooh. I would like a raid commercial. That sounds fun. I know we've talked about something like that. But then I realize I have to make it first. It's a great idea, but I gotta make it. Welcome in, OG. Thanks for bringing the friends over.
I can answer that. For money.
For money? Well, Woke Zombie, that's the cost of getting old. What's up, Fred and Ferd? Welcome. Bert, how you doing? Blue Tulip, good morning. Welcome. So I'm just rearranging some stuff in our Eon game. The game loads remarkably faster this morning. So I'm curious if that really was like server side or if it was me publishing things. Do you guys think there was like some bad server stuff going on? I think OG mentioned that yesterday. Yeah, doing some casual building, rearranging a few things. Gonna be uploading some of the assets we worked on. And then I'll probably finish with the library today. You'll want to stick around for Lucky Miner Pickaxe Master Wednesdays. Because they've got like some big events going on. A lot of free stuff they're going to be handing out. Questions, Skarnikin. For free? Yes, for free. You know it. Garnican asks, I have a MP quest that doesn't start when the player reaches the trigger speaker. Any general tips for troubleshooting? So if it's a multiplayer quest, I would recommend Garnican using crowd events. Fredford is also far more experienced with those things than I am. Hey Dankoi, welcome in. 14 months, Dankoi. Damn. Thanks, Dankoi. Let's go. OG says, was making a marbles-inspired TSP wearable shirt. That sounds awesome. OG, win for sale, win for sale. I want one. I want one. I remember. These are my signs. I don't think I need them anymore. Ask a puzzle, binary puzzle. We'll just move them over here. But yeah, in terms of multiplayer quests, I personally have been working on mostly single-player games. I would say like 90% of my game experience, or 0.8 game maker experience, has been multiplayer. Or, I need to think. My 0.8 experience is 90% done in single-player games. So, I recommend talking with Fredford and OG Shakespeare. They're the ones I know have really worked hard on their multiplayer experiences. Roxy Miguel as well. And they have a really good foundation of understanding for those. But yeah, crowd events is what I would recommend for any type of quest that you're trying to make in a multiplayer experience. And yeah, Fred confirming experience quests only talk to single player stuff. So it's good to know. Okay, so we have like a small entryway here. This gives me a lot more room to work with. I definitely want to expand this a lot more. And we're going to start using this entire space. Like before I had like this kind of like small section, but I think I want to expand it to where it's touching the library and you can even see like the bottom of the mountain. And that'll give a lot more, you know, interesting depth to it as well. So instead of talking about it, I'm just going to do it. Alright, I need Animal Crossing music today. It's a chill one. Yeah, happy Wednesday, everybody. Do what you gotta do today. Do it well. I think what I'll do is I'll start by making the entire wall. Sorry for weird camera. I almost canceled the stream today. Wasn't sure if I was feeling it. Sometimes, even if you're not feeling it, you just gotta show up. You just gotta put the work in, regardless whether or not you want to. That's how I was feeling. Garnican says, what if the thing I gotta do this Wednesday is a thing I don't want to do? Well... you just gotta do it. You just gotta show up. Sometimes the things you gotta do, you don't want to do. But sometimes you just need to do them. I think everybody can relate to that.
You can do it!
I'm doing it. Okay, so let's make the frame of this entire space, and then I can build inside of it. Dayon, huh? Good evening from Bangkok. Ian, the IT guy. Oh yeah, good luck with the Vox edit. Sounds fun. And welcome, Jayon, huh, as well. Ooh. Hmm. And I have so much extra space here. This is a problem I had in previous games, is I felt the need to fill these spaces. I think I need to be conscious of whether or not I need space. So, that being said, I don't need most of this. It's just kind of there. Maybe I can put, like, logic there or something. I think my older games, like Runeblade, is a great example, kind of suffered because I was filling as much of the space as I could. I had fun with it, though. Good day, 9A7A, what's up? Well, Ian, this is a great competition to participate in, especially for beginners. Garnican, I mean, I would argue just try it. I think single player should allow people to start those quests. Give it a try. This is the edge of the land, so I'm very limited on what I can build on this side. But I think what I'll do is I'll have it wrap around, maybe, and try to use this room. I'll probably run around it a few times just to get a feel for it.
I'm just curious. You also...
Podcasts. Gone classical music. This is Animal Crossing. Yeah, Woke Zombie, I agree with the unneeded areas. Floor is Cake game. Some of us wanted to build below. Yep, Woke Zombie. It's a good thing you didn't, because you're you keep focused on the main game. Yeah, I feel as though the more I add here, I'm dancing with fire. It could get bad. So I'm just going to be more conscious of it. Because of course I want to add more things. So right now I'm just kind of like playing with the space. And seeing if it's even necessary to have that big space. I think a lot of this is just not going to get used. Or it could be like a secret room. Hmm. Yeah, well, Zombie. I agree with all those points. Just better to make a separate game for good ideas. Right now, I arguably have enough puzzles to make a game. And I have like 3 other puzzles in my back pocket where I'm like, yeah, I could add those. But I think that's gonna start pushing the limit of like how much time someone would want to spend in a game. Like, I think if somebody played this game with the amount of content we've already made, it's like 20 minutes, which is perfect. I think if I add more, it's gonna get a little bit too cluttered. Julie Sancho! Welcome in. Welcome, Julie. Okay, so we've saved it. We've got a backup. So this will be like the error blue screen room. Maybe it'll be like a tunnel. Okay. I'm getting ideas. Yeah, everybody's different, Wogue Zombie. Some people might take 5 minutes to beat a game, you know, us pro gamers. But others might take 20 to 40 minutes. So you gotta find that good balance. That way everybody enjoys the game, not just the gamers. Alright, let's hop into Vox Edit. I'm gonna publish a few assets. And maybe we'll be able to decorate with them. Yeah, we might darken this color a little, or change it more to a blue. Hmm. My battery does not like me having so many applications open. As long as the player smiles. Ooh, that's a good... Garnica, you should write that as like a tagline. As long as the player smiles, shouldn't be a problem. Alright, what's the original called? The original is called the Museum Bench Curved. It's called a bench. It's weird. Why is the lighting on that? Did I do that? Huh. It's odd. Quick publish. So I'm going to probably publish all these. And, you know, we'll republish them or remint them if we have to. But I think it'll improve the build times. And that'll add up too. Like, if I'm entering play mode, saving as many times as, you know, one does, all that extra seconds will add up. Or Zombie says, I think, given how many lands there are, and how many games need building, it'd be a good skill to just make lots of games simple. Oh yeah, Woke Zombie. There is no doubt about that. That's actually really well put, I think. Simple games, especially as a developer, will greatly benefit you in the long run, because you're going to be learning with each one of those games as well. That's, I've been watching a lot of random game development tutorials, you know, like for different platforms, pretty much. And most of the advice given is not to make your dream game first. Like, that is the advice a lot of these content creators and game developers provide for indie developers. Make small games, teach yourself, go through the process of making each one of those games, you know, from start to finish, marketing them, and exploring ideas on miniature scales, not on a grandiose, you know, like my Legend of Zelda game, which is pretty much what I did for my first game in the sandbox. And I learned a lot, but it wasn't adequate. Like, that first game I made was trying to do too many things. And so, in the end, it became too convoluted. So yeah, I mean, that's, to sum up, one of the big pieces of advice that a lot of game developers on social media provide. Make small games to teach yourself. Have, you know, that big game, that dream game in the back of your mind, but you're going to want to make the small games first. I shouldn't mark that nature. Oh, that's true, Woke Zombie. Making games for other people. Yeah, charging people to play your game is important, but you have to kind of like build that community first. And that's just by making games. Like, the community will be a natural growth process. But I probably wouldn't charge people for the first game you make. Players would be trapped, Garnican, if they played Tetris. It's definitely difficult. Roxy Miguel, incredible game developer, has made Tetris as his first game, ironically. And there were a lot of problems with it. And I think he learned a lot from it. He learns... Like, Roxy Miguel has an amazing skill set right now. I think he'll be one of the all-stars. He's also, like, super young, too. It's not fair. It's not fair. Oops. Look, Zombie, you're gonna give away one copy of each of your NFTs? Works. So, we're gonna see if this is fixed. I've had a lot of problems with this in the past. But changing the default animation off of idle and putting it alphabetically on a different animation. My solution for this was to have the default animation as literally the first alphabetically. So in this case, it would have been idle. But for this test, I'm setting it to sparking, so it is alphabetically second. And this is the default animation. So we'll just see how it shows up in game. I think they've, made some progress on this. So sparking animation. Yeah, Woke Zombie, it's crazy to see how many game mechanics you've created as well. Like, you had, in the Perroter game jam, I recall, so many mini-games. And, yeah, they were simple, but, like, you have a really cool collection of mechanics you've made. And, yeah, Woke Zombie, I'm in the same boat. As much as making assets is fun, I prefer the game mechanics myself. And Fred and Ferd also has quite the collection of assets, as well as experiences that he's made. Like, if I were to see the portfolios you guys have created, it's pretty impressive. Like, you both have an entire library of games just from the things you've made in the sandbox. Why'd you delete it, Woke Zombie? I don't see why you would delete it. You could just move it to a different account. I can understand why it was broken. Blue Tulip, first game you made was Snake. What? Blue Tulip, are you making games? I didn't know you were making games. Yeah, I think that was all of the new assets. Circles. I think I made those. Oh yeah, we made tea. Yeah, I don't think I added this. Might as well. I don't know why I made a purple one, though. So I'll change it to yellow. So we'll have this one with the purple. I'll probably make this a darker red. This looks like something I could use for like a area of effect. Some damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh, you gave Metacube to Touche, and there was only one asset that was in the Perora game, namely your own number pad. Couldn't be bothered to find every number pad and delete it. Oh. So you used the exact same asset. I mean, hindsight 2020, obviously. How I approach that with every account, I make a custom lamp. Now, I mean, it's not exactly like very interesting, but just to show you. For example, my detector lamps, all I did was change the color band. So for this account, they're purple. For the council account, I recreated them and they have an orange band. For my main account, I think they're just like a neutral, like a dark gray. But yeah, if you are using logic assets, which I definitely recommend for anybody out there, you'll probably want to make custom accounts per account. Or, I'm sorry, make custom assets per account. You're a donutter? I can't blame you, Wug Zombie. I have my doubts about donuts. I think logic circles, these, assets they gave us, are not what they seem. And that's just me being a pessimist, I suppose. But the entire conversation about them is saying like, oh, they're automatically, non-collidable, non-visible, but they're still able to be rendered in the game maker. So for example, you can use the actor behavior to make them visible, which means they're using the computer graphics to render them. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around like, are they actually beneficial to use? I mean, they're cool, but like, how many polygons are they? Like, are they actually improving the game by using them? And this is, hearsay. I can't argue for or against it because I don't have proof. Interior designer. Yeah. Honestly, I think 987A people would love that game. If that was an actual game. Yeah, Garnican, I'm sorry that's picking up. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's my APC battery. I just bought it like this weekend. And OG Shakespeare helped me understand. I think I bought the wrong one. Basically, I bought a small one and I needed to buy the big one. That's pretty much what happened. And it's turning on. That is usually turning on when I am in box edit and like moving the camera around. So here I can even test that. Basically, it's when my computer is using up more power. And right now, while streaming, I'm using up quite a lot of power. So, you know, doing extra things is pushing the limit. So if I did this... Nope. What if I did this? Alright, well, it's not working. Woo! More power! Yeah. OG Shakespeare. I've made a mistake. I don't have enough power. Because it doesn't have to pull data from the server to load them in. I mean, I can agree with that thought, Woke Zombie. However, I feel like everybody is just under the assumption that it is good for the game. But I am a pessimist in that regard. I don't think it's perfect. There's probably behind the scenes stuff going on that we don't really get to understand. It's just kind of like we were handed this thing and expected, you know, for it to be the best option we have. Plus, there's pros and cons. Like, for example, being able to click things around it is difficult. That's a con. You know, not having a visual representation of what it does, that's a con. So, for example, my lamps have that pro, where I've labeled each one depending on what behavior or component it is. So it's really depending on your workflow and a balance of like how many logic assets you're using. I'm not the type of person to just assume it's the best. That's all. Also, you're talking about asset spawners. I don't think that's specific to logic donuts, right? Of course they're going to say that. And again, I think there are pros and cons. It's very likely going to be beneficial to use it. I'm just kind of putting out there into the universe that you have options, and just because the logic circle does one thing better doesn't mean it's the best at everything. That's all. Okay, so we've published all those assets. Let's see if they showed up. Nice. This will be central.door.3. It's the open. Plus, I still use the logic circles, at least for all of my current games. So it's kind of like I've worked with them enough to be able to make my own, I guess, opinion of them. And frankly, I'm pretty frustrated with how difficult they are to work with. So I will likely move to lamps as a majority of my logic assets for future games.
I love lamp.
I love lamp. Even if it is a minor hit in performance, as we were talking about, sometimes smaller games are better. Maybe on a grand scale, the logic donuts will definitely be better. But I don't think anybody was really complaining about number pads in the past. It's also worth mentioning that when you have duplicates of the exact same asset, you're not really suffering that much performance. Alex has done quite a few tests on that, where it's like you duplicate one asset 1,000 times. You're not actually going to see that much of a drastic decrease in performance. It's when you have 1,000 different, like, unique assets, you know, like a jet, a Mary, a bazaar merchant, like different assets. That's when you start seeing performance decreases. If you have 1,000 jets, then it's gonna perform pretty much the same as 1 or 2 jets. Because all it is a duplicate. It's already put that data in the game. Now I'm just kind of summarizing, there's a lot more to it. Number pads is the new religion, 9A. That's Cyber Dragon's religion. He's the Pope. The Cyber Pope. Okay, so I think I want like a corridor here that has the room at the end. And then we have all these cables here that the player kind of has to like walk through. Just playing with ideas right now. If you have 1,000 assets with collisions, it could slow down stuff. It's hard to say, Garnikin. I personally haven't done those tests. Alex Kamisaze, if you guys shoot him a message and just ask him, you know, hey, how are you? And then be like, what happens if I blah, blah, blah? I'm sure he would appreciate it. And of course, that's a good place to ask is the Wizzyverse, as you can ask those questions. But he's done a lot of research on his own time for that. Personally, I haven't, so I can't really give you more than just my opinion. But when you start adding behaviors, that's when things get tricky. So, for example, I just said the 1,000 jets. If you just put, 1,000 jets on the map, it's going to be fine. But if you give each one of those jets a different behavior, that's going to be where the lag comes in. So if they all have, like, civilian, for example, they're all kind of, like, calculating those movements. And yes, collisions would likely have a lot to do with the lag while they're moving around. But if you just have, like, a 1,000 duplicates of jets, you probably will not see a drastic decrease in performance. It's when you add more to them, such as behaviors, such as, them attacking things, such as them being basic platforms. That's where all the calculations come in. But when you're just loading the asset, and it's just one asset duplicated 1,000 times, it's not a very drastic performance decrease. I think that makes sense, yeah. So we need this color as blocks. So I'll make a note of that in our Discord. I think we published all the assets. It's still saving a little bit slower than I would like. There it goes. So the platform, as well as the screens, which I believe we saved. So all of these are published. So I guess it does take a little bit of time before they register that. I did ask Andy Ritchie once if turning off collision, invisibility, and performance, and he said no, but he decided not to believe him anyway. Garnigan says, if I ever reach out to him, it'll be more brain-breaking questions. Oh yeah. Garnigan, well, it's good to ask questions. And yeah, I'll answer what I can, but I also won't just make up answers. I'll try not to, at least. I would like to answer based on experience rather than assumptions. And yeah, personally, I've allowed myself to fall behind in terms of, like, game maker research. I have my own projects that I work on, but a lot of you are pushing the envelope far more than I have, especially with 0.8. Like Fredford, OG Shakespeare, two of my favorite game maker streamers that have really been trying new things, Roxy Miguel as well. And Escape Room Artist, now he's streaming too. So they're the ones you'll want to watch if you want to explore new ideas. Me personally, like, I've been working on this game and it's finally starting to gain momentum again. And I really don't want to lose it. I want to finish this game so I can move on with my life, And I've made some really interesting things, such as these puzzles. But they need to be, like, put out into the world so I can, start focusing on other ideas. Sparky Snickle, what's up? Is your Snickle sparkling? What is a snickle? Ugh. Ooh. Yikes. I think we'll make this room a little bit smaller even. That way we have more of a space. See how it feels. Entering play mode's pretty quick, so I'm happy about that. So the player would walk in. This will probably be where the door will be, where I'll move it. So walking in, they'll see all this blue. Ooh, I have ideas. Maybe I would put the spinners here. So perhaps there's like a facade, a fake wall here, that when the player clears out the blue, all of these wallpapers will be removed, and the normal wallpaper will be there. And then also, some of the wallpaper was just a section of the room that wasn't available. This does seem like a good room for the spinners. Here, I'm gonna put a giveaway together. Give it away now. Yeah, Garnican, Kay and I were brainstorming.
Let's get excited.
Glad you like it. We're gonna be adding more computer-based, you know, like fun things. So like, if you guys have ideas, we'd love to hear them. But blue screen to death, you know, like Windows desktop icons, you know, like generic control panel stuff. Things you would find in a computer on the software, but also the hardware. So CPUs, graphic drivers, floppy disks, USBs. So a lot of those are going to be incorporated in some way. Encarta? What's an Encarta encyclopedia, Go West? Scary things, blue tulip. Yeah, blue is a very scary color. Encarta. This is the multimedia encyclopedia. Now we have just Wikipedia. That's cool. But yeah, for the one creator coin giveaway, there's the word. Youngin, says Halfd0rk. Hey, yeah, all you young folks, hey, hey. Hey, Paul, what's up, dude? That you remember, says Julie. Yeah, this is my Halfd0rk impersonation. I've been practicing. So if I put the spinners here, which, if you hear me say the word spinner, that's this puzzle down here. I have enough room to work with. For now, I'll just put these as like placeholders. So what I'm thinking right now, and this is all up for debate, or to be replaced, but this will be in the way. The player solves the relative puzzle to remove the blue screen. That's going to reveal the digital spinners. I don't know. Maybe. I'll let myself dwell on it for a bit. I'm not going to commit to any ideas right now. But yeah, I would argue that I've done most of the heavy lifting for this game already, aka making those puzzles, which took me months. It took me months of stream time, arguably. So maybe like a few months. Because I focused on those during the streams instead of my own personal time, which was used for council games. Which, if you guys didn't know, right now, I am working on personal projects more than I am able to work on the council, because funds for the council are paused. So essentially they're working on, and I say they as in like the people on the council, we have like a few games that we're able to test for, compared to, let's just say like an alpha season. So when alpha season is kind of ramping up, we have more games to test, more things to do. I was working on a single player experience for the council while we had funds, to go around so that I could work on a game. So right now that is on pause. But I look forward to returning to that game. So right now I'm using all my momentum to teach myself new things. I've actually been exploring Unity a lot, and I'm really enjoying it. So in a way, I've kind of been on vacation for the last few weeks. And I still use my stream time to make sure progress is made on Eon. We may also be working on a GDD. And I've asked this question, and I think most of you are interested, but I might do some GDD work on the stream so that we can, ask those questions together and learn, because I know a lot of you would be interested in making your own GDDs and applying to the Game Maker Fund especially. So that might be a fun project for us. But Eon right now is definitely one of my bigger time incentive projects that I really want to, make good progress on. We have like this small tunnel here. Game design document, Garnican. So that is required to apply to the Game Maker Fund, is you make a game design document. And here I can actually show you, this is kinda what it looks like. I won't show too much. so I don't overwhelm you. But basically, Kay and I have like 40 plus pages of our game design document that we're starting to cut down. But they give you a template. So they basically give you like a 30-page template. And you kind of fill it in. So basically, you fill in the deck. So it's a game design document or pitch document. And it's got, you know, like a lot of good stuff in it to help inspire you, but also put you on the right path. And so Kay and I are adding images, art direction, etc. Yeah, we're just getting started, and we're going to make it look professional. Seven Summits, what's up, dude? Welcome in. Ian, the IT guy, winning the giveaway. Thanks, Ian. Congratulations. GG. J-Dog, what's up, dude? Seven Summits, be careful with the Game Maker fun, so don't happen what happened to you. Do tell, Seven Summits. What words of wisdom do you have? And yeah, Garnican, a white paper, yes, is a good way to put it. No ideas, Woke Zombie, really. If that's the case, Woke Zombie, I would definitely say, you know, work with someone that has an idea, and then you guys make that Game Maker fun together. I think that's a good approach. Kay, for example, is doing all the art design for our Eon project. In the story, we kind of like did a mashup of ideas. I have a couple games that I want to make. V and I started on a game back last year that I decided to pause. It wasn't flowing. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't my fault. It was just like, it felt as though we didn't have the right combination going on. And so I'm going to approach that project later. That one was codenamed Space Mart. But I wasn't really happy with how it was starting. And it was more like I didn't have it fleshed out. Pretty much summarize what was wrong with it. They shared my game with another person and Everest was born! Oh, that's cool, Seven Summits. So you're saying that's a bad thing, though? Oh. Oh, that's right, Seven Summits. I remember you mentioning that. So, like, somebody else somewhat stole your idea? I mean, the only thing you can do at that point is just do it better. Just do it better. Okay. So right now, I was working on terraforming this room. We're basically expanding to touch the walls here. And just give it a lot more depth. Overall, I'm happier with the size of it. Although, again, I just want to tell myself, you don't have to use the entire space. A lot of this will just kind of be for decoration. Like, you don't have to make a game that fills up the entire land which is pretty much what I've done in the past, and it came around to bite me in the butt. Not in the good bite me in the butt, you know? Don't you know? But I do want to give myself the canvas room to where I can paint inside the lines. Color inside those lines. And Fred's doing a lot of work on this too. Oh, J-Dog, you fund your crypto via Uber Eats and Amazon. I mean, right now is a good time to buy. Not financial advice. If you're able to, yeah. Buy while the buying's good.
I love lamp.
I, too, also love lamp. Lamp is love, lamp is life. I'm deleting all these walls just so I can visually give myself more room to work with. They're basically going... They were easily put down, like I just used the sphere tool and just kind of drew. So essentially I'm giving myself more space. It looks like I painted over this wall on accident. That's okay. Too late now. Well?
We're waiting.
Hey, Alina Honeys. What up? How's it going? Mate, the problem is that you trust in the Game Maker Fund to keep the documents confidential. Confidential is an important word. Oh, man. Yikes, 7 summits. That sounds sketchy. So this was a previous business partner that just kind of, like, screwed you over then? That just sounds like they are a terrible person. I don't know. Yeah, that's very sad. Like, I mean, there's nothing you could have done other than, you know, not choose them to work with. Brah. What's up, OG Nobody? How you doing? Brah. I mean, I personally have enough original ideas and the ability to make them a reality, which you all have this same ability, that I'm not concerned about people stealing ideas. It's more like in games especially, at the end of the day, you have a product that requires an exponential amount of things. Like, you had to make the art, you had to make the game design, the narrative. Like, all of these things combine together to make the product. So, you can't really stress over people stealing your ideas too much. There will always be imitations, such as Lay's potato chips, and then you get all of the parody versions. It's kind of like you're always going to get imposters, no matter what you do. You just have to focus on the things you're making. Now, it sounds as though Seven Summits has had a unique experience, and I hope nobody else encounters that type of criminals that are literally just taking his work. That just sounds unfortunate. And of course you'll want to protect yourself, but you can't spend so much time kind of like dwelling on it. You just have to keep moving. Just keep swimming. Donko, I believe there are 1,000 examples of games that can be adapted. It is a pleasure to have someone do some concepts that I developed. Right? Donko, that's a good way to phrase it. There are always ideas out there. And unfortunately, a lot of them are going to overlap too. It's just, do your best with what you have, and just don't stop. I think that was always the problem I had, is like, stopping. Like, you lose momentum. You can't. You have to keep going. If you want to make cool stuff, you're just, by having that momentum, you're learning new things. You're doing better things, more things. Just don't stop. Just keep making. Keep creating. Because it's the journey. It's not the destination. Maybe not the best timing for the sad music. Do we need hopeful music? Inspiring, uplifting music? Play some Nobody. This is Scott Buckley. This is the stuff Rock 808 used to always play, which was very inspiring. Yeah, we were listening to Animal Crossing. If you guys want to listen to OG Nobody soundtrack, that's going to be on his stream. So you can check out his content. He's been performing live, which is always fun. Lula Love 9. That's a throwback, right? Dropping the dun-da-da is not part of Scott Buckley. I hope Rock 808's doing okay. Alright, well, this is the library. This is what we were working on Monday and Tuesday. It's really starting to pop. It's popping. This is the concept here. If you bring the correct book to the relative letter, so it's matching binary. It's basically a matching game, which I really love. Just having that kind of like simple concept, like, oh, I need to find the same number book, and then that way it's going to fix this color. Oh, okay, so the orange library bookcase is corrupted. Alright, so if I bring maybe the blue book, oh cool, it reset itself. And now it's the same color as all the other ones. Oh, but now I walk over here. Oh, there's more orange bookcases. Okay, so that means I need to find the book that has this number on it. 01001 So right now for testing, I have them right next to each other. And so if I were to bring this book to a different bookcase, nothing happens. But by matching it with the correct bookcase, it's going to turn it blue, and that tells me, oh, I did it. Cool. And we can see here that even the blue bookcases have a missing book. And so that's represented by this light on the floor. And so we'll have a secret reward for anybody that decides to do the entire matching game. But in order to progress, all you have to do is do the orange bookcases. Sup? What's up, One Box? How you doing? Good morning, Pickaxe Buster! Ready for some Lucky Miner Wednesdays, right? Been a long time, has it been? Well, it's not quite finished yet.
Yeah.
Woohoo! GG! Still working on it. But yeah, we're taking our time with this game because we really want to make it pop. And it's quite pretty. It's a purty game. We'll do a little bit more decorating for the rest of the stream. We're going to be streaming for about 30 more minutes, and then heading over to Pickaxe Master's Lucky Miner Wednesdays. Not sure if mining, okay. So just raffles. Cool. Karnakin, yeah, some of those might be lost in time, but the woohoos, I would say like 80% of them were all from one stream. And Go West made sure that I downloaded those. It was basically V and Panda cracking themselves up by saying woohoo after just any activity.
Hashtag banana friend.
Just banana friend.
Yeah, just like bananas. Just
Bananas
like
are good.
bananas.
Bananas are good.
They are good. Well, the scale... I think I messed up the scale on this. This is the receptionist desk. And unfortunately, these don't really attach well together, huh? So I might need to make another version. Alright, well, let's see how they look size-wise. That's the right size in my mind. Maybe I'll do like a full circle. So if I do that, I could probably do that as is. The shop! Here, let's make sure that link's still working. So if you guys want to spend your creator coins, you can fill all this out. I'm probably going to adjust this price. If you have been paying attention, this price is far lower than what Alex is now asking for on the Sandbox Marketplace. So, probably after the next person or two that buys this, I'm going to update the price. Got shoutouts, AI-generated NFTs, meme of choice, custom commissioned 3D NFTs. This is also going to get changed very soon. And then you can also get custom-made assets made by our community, such as the OG Shakespeare Arcade cabinet or Sparky Snickle headset. We got some Sandbox characters. These are not avatars. And then nobody's bought the big ticket item yet. Keep in mind, you can trade your creator coins with each other. So if some of you have, let's just say 40, and then another person has 40, you guys can co-own a hat together, or you could sell your coins to somebody else. Music's too epic.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Look over here.
What am I looking at? Go West, I don't think you can buy 3. I think I'll limit it at 1 per person. So if you want to buy 1 Go West, we can make that happen. I think that might be abusing the system if you just buy my entire stock. Ooh, Little Legion buying an actual staff with his coins. Let's go! GG! GG! It looks like I do owe an oak staff to Garnikin and Maxi. Those are in my notes right now. And now I'm adding Little Legion. So Garnikin, I do owe you a staff. And Little Legion, welcome in. You want to buy the M, 7 Summons Mountaineer. Okay, so that's 3 coins. You can basically follow that form, which is this shop link. And you'll want to send the coins to the address listed. I'll be able to, you know, track it on OpenSea. Thank you, Garnikin. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's for those rewards from now on, it's going to be 1 per person. So for example, the oak staff, you can only buy 1 with your coins. So some of you might have like 30 coins at this point. You can't buy 10 oak staffs. Unfortunately, this doesn't make a complete circle. But I guess it makes sense to have an opening. I think I should also make a wall right there. I could also probably fake it. I'm gonna be here all day if I try this. Perfect. Good enough. Now put a little robot in there and call it a day. Robot. Droid. What do we call them? Minions? Game Maker, now you decide to crash, Game Maker? Yep. It's okay, we'll save it. How'd you know, buddy? As long as you don't cut the cheese. What's the option for the M? That would be the AI generated, so 3 coins. And then just put in the bottom comment section what you want. And I'll be sure to send it to you. Halfd0rk, I can check. I believe I do owe you a few. Basically, I've been tracking it on like a monthly basis. I owe you 5 coins, Halfd0rk. So essentially, at the end of every month, I've been sending out the coins in bulk. Which has been really helpful for me. So, thanks everybody for your patience. Go West, I owe you 1 coin right now. And these are just from, like, the winnings. I don't think you've redeemed any in a while. You probably have a lot of channel points, I'm assuming. Nick Skull, I owe you 5. So yeah, some of you have a lot saved up. Keep in mind, the HD 3Ds, those are the custom characters that I make for everybody. Those are going to be a one-time redemption from now on. So some of you got 2, and you should consider yourselves lucky that you did when you could. And some of you I'm still finishing. So for example, Nick Skull got a second one, because he redeemed one. Now, from now on, those are a one-time redemption only. And they're going to serve as collab land in the future. Some of you know what collab lands are, but in general, I'll be syncing that with gated content. So if you own one of those, you'll be able to get into gated content. Yeah, Bert, let me see. Bert, I owe you 4. Garnican, it is on Matic. So those gas fees are less than a penny USD. Usually. And you can send them in bulk. You can send them in bulk. So you basically send them to the address. I'll be able to see on the OpenSea page how many you've sent, when you've sent them. So it's a pretty good ledger. In the future, we're going to be using a sandbox asset. So the way I've kind of created a mind map of what's going to happen in the future. These creator coins, when we're able to mint on Sandboxmatic, I'm going to be making a creator coin that is a literal asset that you can put in your sandbox game. You guys will be able to convert them for a 1-to-1 ratio into this sandbox asset. So right now they're just a OpenSea asset, and they're kind of meh. But when we're able to put them in Sandbox, and specifically on Matic, so that I can send multiples for a very low fee, that's the goal. Yeah, so no worries about gas with these creator coins. They are on Matic, so it's very cheap. Oh yeah, I have to restart this. Oh, I wish I knew, Little Legion. I really wish I did. Okay, thank you, Seven Summons. And I will be sending it to your PG Live, correct? That's the account you want your M on. If you want a different address, let me know. Okay, that works for me, Seven Summits. I'll even make myself a note. PD Animator, how are you? Welcome. Okay, this music is too epic. I'm not a superhero. Let's try lo-fi. Lo-fi can get weird. Yeah, No, it is a long time sometimes, TD. It's better than it was yesterday. So, feeling hopeful. Sand Hero. I do have an idea for a superhero game, which is a parody of superheroes. I'm curious how much I can skirt the line on, let's just say, like a Superman clone. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be a problem if, you know, I change all the logos. But if I were to make Superman and box edit, much better than 8.2. Yeah, for sure, TD Animator. Bert, yes you can. If you would like, I can do that right now, Bert. I will remove some of the ones that I owe you, and I will just put you down in the same section for the staff. I'd be happy to do that. Alright, I'll do that. And that goes for anybody else that I owe multiple coins. If you want to just redeem it, you know, before filling out the form, I can, like, I have the list pulled up here, so it's pretty simple to do. Alrighty. So now this is working again. For this particular room, we were going to have a lot of the minions, which reminds me too much of, you know, the cartoon minions. They're just going to be walking around. They're just chilling. If the player kills them, what happens? I would like for them to respawn. So we'll just do reset. See how that operates. This character here will not be a citizen. He'll just be kind of chilling. Maybe not. I wanted him to be like standing on something. It's too high. Text blue. Okay. So far, so good. One boxed. Do you have any pending? Let me check. Sorry. Let's look. One box, you have one pending. And I'm not sure how many you're holding on to in your personal account. Girl Genius Comics? I've never heard of that. Girl Genius Comics. Oh. Ongoing comic book series turned webcomic, written and directed, or drawn, by Phil and Kaja. This looks familiar, but I've never read it. Looks fun. Alright, I'm gonna walk around the space a little and see if any ideas hit me. We're wrapping up the stream pretty soon here. There's gonna be a lucky raffle on the Pickaxe Master stream, so that's coming up real soon here. So we wanted to make sure you guys got the raid over. Alright, see you later, Pickaxe Master. Or see you soon, I should say. Okay, that's strange. This is a collidable asset, but civilians are walking through it. That's, that looks like a bug. Well, I haven't used civilian in a while, so I can't say for certain. But generally speaking, they should be colliding with those things, right? Well, the civilian has collision. They all have collision. So they're pushing me around, but they're able to walk through collisions. Prey will do it too? Okay. Yeah, good to note. And Fred says he's reported it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't really used civilians, so... Me not notice this. Me not notice this before. I like this minion on the... I like the pedestal here. I might make another pedestal on a different section of the map. He'll kind of be like the one that tells you what to do. The other ones, I guess I can give you a hint at one of the puzzles I'm making. This might become the final boss puzzle if they don't fix the... What's the word? The drop mechanic. If they don't fix the drop mechanic... Which actually, no, the drop mechanic works, doesn't it? It's the health mechanic that doesn't work right now from inventory. Anyway, they're each going to state something. So they're going to have a speaker component. And they're going to say password. However, they're all going to say a different variation of it. So password. And so only one of them, hint hint, is going to have the correct password. Now, to be able to input this, I have a special system in mind. And you all will be able to experience it for yourself. But this is just kind of, I guess, beans in a way. That's one of my ideas I'm playing with that I'm not ready to reveal, but it's not going to be using any mechanic that you all have seen. That's all. That's it. This one's going to be an enemy, though. He'll attack you. He'll probably be a destroyed version. Now, does the special text work here? When I say special text, I'll show you. Scored fonts. Let's see if these work. I don't think they will. Ooh, hello. I don't think this worked in the past. Let's see if it crashes the game. Oh, that's cool. So the special text works. Beans! Rarely make games using those behaviors. Yeah, same here, Boy Zombie. 7 Summits. Simple mechanics are the best. I completely agree. I think making games doesn't need to be difficult. In fact, usually the simpler a game, the more memorable it can be too. I think I might have overexerted myself on this game in particular, but I am committed to seeing it through to the end. I'm not going to give up on it. But hindsight, I would probably remove a lot of the extra stuff we've added. So I could change the size of this. Maybe even change the color. Do size and /color. We'll add an orange hue. So we'll do size equals 32. Color equals orange. And you can use hex codes if you prefer. Display duration. I usually set, this is my default that I go with, is 12. We'll remove any messages that come from it. Do specific tag avatar. Password. So I don't like that icon being there. I don't think we can offset the message at all. So I'm limited by that. I'm probably going to remove the name of the character. And we'll increase the size of this to where it fills up the entire bubble. Paris Hilton's not working? Uh-oh. Yeah, that'll be a roller coaster. I agree with that. Password. Let me make it a little bit smaller. But yeah, Pickaxe Master is going live, so we're heading over that way. Pickaxe. The pickaxe? Which? Let's go. The indicator component. Oh, yeah, Paul, you're right. Thank you for the reminder. I completely forgot about that. So the indicator works for those icons. So that would just remove that altogether, which would be perfect for this situation, I think. Gee whiz! Looking great. Hey, you too, man. Oh, you mean the game? So, it looks like somebody made a fake Pickaxe Master. They're not currently live, so we'll hold off a little bit longer. Ironically, the second I said that, they went live, so it started playing in the background. That's funny. But yeah, for what Paul suggested, I'm going to go ahead and implement that. So a negative 40 offset. Could probably do smaller, but 40 is perfect. Oh, Oh wait, couldn't we just remove the visibility distance? I guess we could see. What if I did a negative number in the visibility distance? Couldn't that do the same thing? I guess we'll find out. And then I wanted to change this size a little bit. I'll try 44. What? Numbers aren't working right now? My keyboard's not... No, the keyboard's working. It's just... Okay. Okay. Maybe GameMaker's crashing. Yeah, Paul, we could just do a negative visibility distance. It does the same thing. Hides it. Because he's still attacking me here. So instead of offset, just visibility. Which is pretty much doing the same thing. Interesting. I don't know why this isn't working though. There it goes. Learn something every day, right, Fred? Okay, I was talking with Alex about this, Kamisaze. We should make a Wikipedia page for Game Maker mechanics. Which, I made one on fandom. I really don't like fandom. So I might throw together something that we can all maybe commit to. Like, is anybody here familiar with GitHub? I might make a GitHub specifically for our community.
You're all free now!
Yay! Yeah, Garnican, thank you. I don't know how we'll use GitHub, so there's a lot of research that we'll need to do. But I think GitHub is going to be a good option and a good way to learn. And use Notion. Notion's a great option too, GWiz. I like Notion as an option. But yeah, we'll talk more about it. I think we should make a Wikipedia for our Game Maker community. But yeah, I also don't want anybody to feel obligated. In fact, I'm feeling obligated right now, so I'm gonna not feel obligated. I still want to make the Wikipedia. But now, okay, obligations. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have yourself a great Wednesday. I will not be streaming Friday. Tomorrow, I'm gonna still stream. So if you guys are around tomorrow, feel free to pop in, say hi. Pickaxe Master asked me to give away some things in support of their new avatar reveal. So tune in tomorrow for some pickaxes I'll be giving away. Yep. Thank you, Garnican. But yeah, no stream Friday. Julie, thank you. Fred, thank you. Halfd0rk, thank you. Go West, thank you. GWiz, thank you. Paul, thank you. Nick Skull, thank you. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Thank you all. Toodles.